Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ivalice Ridorana raid. Alliteration. My plower, whoa, that's a totally different matter. My power, my pleasure, my pain. Something is on principle Genomics' mind. Unfortunately, it's not what you think it is. Ridorana is proving to be quite the enigma. With every answer comes countless new questions. This may take longer than I expected. But you are doubtless eager to know why I requested your presence. Our resident dramaturge mentioned there was something he wished to ask of you. As my work here is far from complete, I wondered if you might not indulge the man while you wait. Sure, I suppose. There's few so loath to take their rest that venturers without a quest. Let's try that again. There's few so loath to take their rest than venturers without a quest, for shorn of work to give them worth, they soon become a source of mirth. Quoteth the man idling in an airship. Touché! I shall leave you to your devices then. Alright, fair enough. I didn't expect that. Apparently he did not want to take criticism. Adventure will find me in time. Oh, but it has, my friend, it has. My colleagues tell me that if one in this land ever needs an item fetched, then you are the man to speak to. I find this philanthropic compulsion fascinating, and so, in the interest of research into my next play, let's say I seek to put said compulsion to the test. Assuming you are game, of course. Bring me a bottle of wine. Ah, but not just any wine. Make it rose themed, and make it Eorzean. I've had my fill of the bitter blends offered here in the East. Where to start? Oh, if only there was some port where thirsty Eorzeans went for their wine. Get it? I'll explain it in a second if it's not obvious. You would surely be there speaking to its foremost bland Lelafellan, Vintner, and not here with me. Some sort of port of wine. Black. Speak with Shamani Lamani in Wineport. Alright. Wineport, not Eelport. Wine and ale. So, I've heard bad things about this quest, that it is apparently just a fetch quest, and that people think it's not that good. But, we will soon see. Oh, a leather meter. I'll not do that, but good to know it's there. Soy and spice, sprinkled with a subtle soupçon of the steppe. You've travelled far, my friend. Why is it you seek here in Wineport? A rose-themed wine? You'd be hard-pressed to find a wine that did not display some hint of rose. So we can assume that your client was not referring to a desired bouquet. Perhaps a name, or a label, or a bottle! Yes, I seem to recall a certain vintage rosé sold in crystal bottles with a single red rose on the label. Alas, I have nothing as rare amongst my personal stock. As for who might, well, there's always... Oh God, how do you see that? Burglar, I suppose. Hop. Fetch, quest, fetch. Fetching a bottle of wine. only an uncultured fool would select a wine solely based on its bottle. As it happens, however, the said fool would be undeservingly rewarded with one of Vilbrand's best wines, were he to select a vintage Sud Vinjar. Not that your client would have the palate to properly appreciate its depth and complexity. Also, I totally forgot. That's Jonah Jameson.
Bring me Spider-Man. Bring me pictures of him too. But let us dispense with the pretense. You are the fool in question, and do not bother to deny it. A fool who is aimed too high. One of your standing could live 1,000 lifetimes and still not amass the wealth required to purchase even an empty bottle. Oh, price is no object, is it? Ha! Even if I believe you, and I do not, I have a reputation to uphold as a vintner and viticulturalist. Were my clients to learn I was peddling the choice of my collection to the likes of you, they would never do business with me again. Ah, all right. Just to see the back of you, I shall do you the kindness of directing your steps unto one who might take pity on your plight, assuming he does not find amusement in it. Master Greg of Costa del Sol, but do not tell him I sent you. All right.
You're a real pain in the behind. I hope you know that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So it's ironic that you're coming here, given that people seem to, they see a lot of resemblance to the horrible Titan or pre-Titan quests.
Ah, Alexander, it's always a pleasure, and I do mean that. My ladies inform me you come inquiring after a bottle of Sud Vinjal. But I told them they must be mistaken. Not even you would be foolish enough to think you could. Oh, you are serious. Alexander, you do realize one could purchase an entire estate an entire estate in Mist, not in the Mist, for the price of a single bottle, or 5 estates for the price of 5 bottles, which happens to be the number of bottles of Sud Vijal I have in my collection. Now, I am not an unreasonable man. Let none say that the venerable Greg...
I never say your name, it's Gegaruju. I always call him Greg.
Does not value a friendship as deep as the one you and I have forged. So, in my boundless generosity, I offer you the opportunity for a trade. A bottle of vintage Sud Vijal for a mere magnum of fine Dalmascan. Never heard of the stuff, and I thought I was talking to a fellow connoisseur. I pity the poor vintner back in Wineport, who will have to educate you. Until then, my friend, the offer stands. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Oh, for goodness sake. I'm already seeing why this is irritating. Back we go. Alright, I'm back again. Shamani Lamani.
First Sud Vijal and now Dalmascan wine? What? I interest you in an aged lemons and red instead? No, I thought not. Well, then you have your work cut out for you. There was a time Dalmascan wine was fairly easy to procure, even here in Vilbrand. But that was before the Empire raised the better part of the kingdom, vineyards and all. If there are any surviving bottles, it would be those that were exported before the Imperial invasion, over 30 summers past. Though I've not encountered any in a decade or more, either at auction or in private hands. Collectors are covetous creatures. If one were to have somehow acquired a bottle, there is little chance he would willingly part with such a treasure, which leaves only those brought over by the few Dalmascan refugees of Vladiosia.
Let me guess. Mordorna? Wait, Vladiosia? Well, I'll see in a second if I've teleported the wrong place or not. Lunosia. Wait, so it's... Oh, okay, fair enough. I take the stupidity there. That was actually a very good point. I totally forgot about that guy. Do. Wow. Alright, well, we have another long walk ahead of us. So, I'm trying to understand. There has to be some reasoning. Thank you. Some reasoning behind why this quest was inserted here. Because a lot of people are unhappy with it, but there has to be some sort of, like, rhyme or reason behind it. Otherwise, it's just wasting time for no reason, which I kind of hope isn't the case. Alright. Shack out in the middle of nowhere. Hello, dressed. Can't sleep. They won't let me. The midges won't let me. They buzz and they scream. Oh, I thought I was going to have to kill some. Calm down. Oh no, you were here before. You sent away the midgies. They came back though. They always come back. They mock me. Tell me I can never go home. I just want to go home. I cannot stand it here anymore. Wine. Oh, my wife loved wine. She would drink a glass of Valens every night before sunset. She would always keep the cork. I always thought that odd. What good's a cork? Toss it in the midden heap along with the bottle, I'd say, but she... Search nearby for an empty wine bottle. Aha! Though you find several empty wine bottles amongst the rubbish, one in particular calls out to you. Take it to Shamani Lamani to confirm its origin. What, so we're just gonna not talk to you again? Okay. I may as well teleport back and save like 10 seconds. Wonder how long this quest is. I hope it's not much longer. How is dress? I do hope your visit did not disquiet the poor soul. Empty Dalmascan wine bottle. Yet by some stroke of fortune the cork remains intact.
So, you've brought me an empty bottle. Ah, but what's this? The cork remains in place. That is most fortunate. If an adequate seal was made, there may still be traces of the wine within. May I? Flamboyant, yet elegant. A thought-provoking blend of kukuri beans and cinnamon, with just a hint of... is that rosemary? A veritable kaleidoscope of both opulence and refinement. Long has it been since I encountered a bouquet of such complexity. Yet I recall it as if it were yesterday. Without question, this bottle once held a Dalmascan Limond Red by the name of Valence. To think I would have the opportunity to experience it again after so many summers. But I suspect Master Greg will not be satisfied with a sniff as I. Now, one without scruples might see the empty bottle as the basis for a ruse.
One man's ruse is another man's keikaku, plan. Over the years, I have had numerous dealings with the Lord of Costa del Sol, and while he is many things, an expert on wine is not one of them. Not that it would matter if he were. Men of his standing invariably find more joy in boasting of their Let's try that again. Yeah, it is acquisitions. Than in consuming them. In all likelihood, Master Greg will never even open the bottle, rendering the provenance of its contents practically irrelevant. Ah, but where are my manners? These forays back to western climes always bring out the barbarian in me. It is a pleasure, Alexander. Lest you wonder at my presence here, my employers see promise in the Hingen wine trade and desire to the establishment of a viable route twixt east and west. I am come to see their plan to fruition. But returning to your dilemma, I believe that I may be of assistance. I just so happen to have on my person several bottles of Hingen wine, made with grapes similar to those found in Dalmasca. For a close acquaintance, I would be more than willing to part with one that he might fill his empty vessel. But that would be unjust. As a maker of wine, I cannot allow it. Master Greg has caused more of his clients than he could count. How do you think the man amassed his fortune? By playing fair? Would that the world were thus, but I am here to tell you it is not. So it is decided then. We shall employ deceit as our morally justified means to a happy end.
Wait! This is a fool's errand!
Then let us be glad our quarry is a fool himself. Yeah, that's a bit, Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go and tell the gentle citizens of Wineport why they should be drinking Hingen. Good day. Deliver the bottle of Dalmascan wine to Greg. Not sure I'm entirely comfortable with this, but if it gets this out of the way.
By the gods! You actually found one? A bottle of Dalmascan wine? Oh ho! We must uncork it right away.
Le Monde Valais, or at least it appears that way.
Yes! A lush bouquet of herbaceous dignification, coupled with earthen undertones and so forth. In short, the very epitome of a Dalmascan red. Yes, you have outdone yourself this time, Alexander. And a promise is a promise. Ladies, the bottles of Sud Vinjar, if you please.
Ooh.
Take whichever you fancy, except for the one with the rose. That's my favorite. Or whichever you fancy. Ahem.
I mean, I would have went for the catchy one, but oh well. I know that obviously needed the rose, but back to Kurane. This feels like we're nearly done, and oh, thank God for that. This was a huge waste of time. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. I'm guessing it just means talk to you. Weird that it did show the quest thing there, but not above her. They say a rose is a rose is a rose. So tell me, adventurer, is that a rose in your pocket, or are you simply here for small talk? A vintage wine so rare and expensive, you can't help but stop and wonder why you just don't drink it yourself and give the wandering dramaturge a bottle of Lanosian red. Yeah. A bottle of vintage Sud Vinjar? You never cease to amaze. But what is most amazing is your impeccable sense of timing. Today marks the 12th anniversary of the day I met my dear wife, and if there was one thing she loved more than wine, it was roses. Would that she were here today to... Ah, but I jest. My wife is very much alive, in fact. She's been here with us all along. Darling, would you care to join us? For me? How thoughtful. But did you forget the most important gift of all? Of course not. Bacon bread! The perfect companion to a perfect wine. For my perfect companion.
Oh, darling, I think this might be our best anniversary yet.
No words. That played out better than I imagined. I suppose I have you to thank, adventurer. Though it was the bacon bread that sealed the... Ah, yes. Is that Principal Genomus I hear calling? Perhaps he has made some progress with his research and requires your assistance. You'd best not keep him waiting. Alright, well that was a huge waste of time. So, join me next time for... I hope these past few turns of the sun have proved as productive for you as they have for us. We have much to share. Desire! Yes, join me next time as we actually continue. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed somehow. And I'll see you next time. Wrong thing! Bye bye!